to my channel, The Media. I'm Andrew. In this channel, we'll be looking at disruptive companies that are looking for creative ways to solve problems. And if you are new to this channel, welcome to the channel that's always looking for companies that will be minting millionaires. And I will be explaining to you guys how these companies will make retail investors millionaires. Please consider watching all my other videos, and if it makes sense to you, consider subscribing to the channel and joining the family. And to all the returning subscribers, I really appreciate all your support. You guys all know that I am not a financial advisor. Everything in this video is my opinion and is for educational purposes only. I just started a Twitter account, so please follow me on there. I'll put the link in the description box. If you are new to OTC penny stocks and you need a trading platform, use Charles Schwab. I provided a link there. If you use my link, you're supporting my channel and you'll get free money out of it. I also use Webull, so use the link to open a Webull account if you want to trade before and after market. Okay, without further ado, let's dig into today's is fine. This penny stock that I'm looking at is quite interesting. It's right now at it's at 0.0015. Last month it was at 0.0009. So this is an opportunity, if it works out, for us to get into a company that is still in one of the early stages of development. And the reason why it caught my attention was because it went up about 87.5% in one day. So that got me super intrigued. And it's also in the energy section. So then I said, okay, well, let me do some DD into this company and see what they've got. The company that we're talking about is EFIR. That's their trading ticker, EFIR. The company is called EGPI Firecreek Inc. So it's currently trading at 0.0015, up 87.5% in a day, which is just very crazy. So we're all figuring out, oh, why did it go up so much, especially if this is a pink, no information, dark, or defunct, meaning they do not provide news. So how is it that it went up? There have to be some sort of news, right? So let's go over the overview of this company. So as you can see, it's been sleeping. All of a sudden it just shot up, and we're going to figure out why they shot up. Let's go to company profile. This penny stocks. So it caught my attention because it's in the energy sector, and I like the energy sector. So that was the secondary reason why I was interested. So EGPI Firecreek Inc. historically is an oil and gas production company focusing on the recovery and development of oil and natural gas. This strategy is centered on rehabilitation and production enhancement techniques, utilizing modern management and state-of-the-art technology application in upgrading certain proven reserves. The present strategy is to build a diversified holding company. The company for 2021 has been pursuing and/or reviewing potential new business opportunities for a diversified business model and working to bring the company current and confirming transfer agent. So they are going to transfer from what they were historically doing into a company that acquire other companies. I imagine it's going to be in the emerging markets. So that is probably one of the reasons why they shot up today. Let's see what the company's worth. Their market cap is $15 million. The authorized shares are 20 billion. Right now, the outstanding shares are already at 19 billion, which is where the authorized shares are nearly. There's no information on the float, nor information on what's being held at DTC. So if we were to buy this company and our financial institution charges us, then that means that they don't have any unrestricted shares held at DTC. Charges us, really high, say $50 or so. If it's like less than $50, then we know that there's some shares being held at DTC. Let's go to researched. There's nothing under research reports. Okay, that makes sense. This is pink, no information. I mean, this is a true pink, no information company. Disclosure, we see that the last SEC filings of any sort was 15-12G in February 2nd, 2016. And then after that, it was 2015, 2014. Here it says no transactions, no SEC transaction in the last 2 years. And for insider disclosure, no insider disclosure available for EFIR. Okay, that makes sense. No pink, no information. Financials. I typically don't really go over financials for sub-penny stocks because it doesn't make any sense. They are in this territory for a reason. Okay, so I went into news and voila, guess what I found? One piece of news, and I'm going to bet you this is the reason why it shot up 85%. The news came out from PR Newswire, March 11, 2021. The title is EGPI Firecreek Inc. announces update on its corporate status and intend to become current in its OTC listing. Okay, so when a company has been sleeping all this time, all of a sudden they're like, you know what, we're gonna start doing everything right because we want to be OTC current. That means that they're trying something, they're planning something. Okay, so let me read this to you and see what they've got for us. Firecreek Inc. EFIR is pleased to announce its change of corporate domicile to the state of Texas and current plans to update its corporate filings, becoming OTC compliant and retain a pink sheet current listing in order to create a successful path towards building a diversified holding company. Okay, so I guess what they're saying is that they have to be OTC current in order for them to make a move, make a shift to becoming a holding company instead of what they traditionally did was in the oil and gas business. Here it says, EGPI Firecreek has historically been an oil and gas production company focused on the recovery and development of oil and natural gas. This strategy is centered on rehab, production enhancement techniques, utilizing modern management and state-of-the-art technology application in upgrading proven reserves. Based on the company's current progress, they have focused their energy on updating its corporate status and becoming fully compliant in order to upgrade to pink sheet current on the OTC markets. The company expects to have all of its required financial statements filed with OTC markets over the next 30 to 45 days. So I'm guessing that in the next 30 to 45 days, we're going to expect some more news from them saying, we've already finished this process. That's at least one piece of news. And that's just going to hike up the price even more. And so now that we know that they're moving from Arizona to Texas, I don't really know what they're going to be doing, but I imagine that they're going to be moving into the renewable clean energy because they have been in energy all this time. It would make sense if they're going to make a transfer. If they're going to make a transfer into acquiring companies, they're going to acquire other types of energy types of business because that's what they understand. But we never know. Sometimes company goes into different types of, go into different tangent. They can keep theirs. And, with Monaco, they did shrooms and cryptocurrency. So this could be, they could be doing energy in tandem with something else. We never know. But there is something interesting about their description, their short description about the company that I want to read to you and discuss with you. I guess there was some confusion when I read it. So I want to see if you guys agree with my confusion. Company current and confirming transfer agent. No, that was not what I had problems with when I was reading this. There was another paragraph in which there was a sentence that it confused me. So let me look for it again and see. Oh, here it is. This is the one sentence that didn't make sense to me, and it was very unclear. So I want to see if you guys can make any comment and see if you guys can help me clear this up. It says that the company plans on continuing to seek out and acquire additional revenue producing businesses with strong growth potential as they look into diversifying their interests over a broad base of business in the oil and gas industry. So are they saying that they're going to be looking at acquiring companies that are still in the oil and gas industry? Let me read this again. As they look to seek out and acquire additional revenue producing businesses with strong growth potential. As they look to diversify their interests over a broad base of business in the oil and gas industry. So are they saying that they're going to be keeping what they're doing, which is, their oil and gas industry, but then they're going to be acquiring other sectors, or are they just acquiring other businesses that already are growing strong growth, but still in the oil and gas industry specific? Or are they talking about just in the energy sector, meaning renewable energy. So to me, that's not very confused. That's still very confusing. And I did try to look for something. I did try to look out for more information just to see, with OTC, no information. I want more information. So we see that the CEO is Dennis Alexander and the secretary is Deborah Alexander. So I started to do Google search on Dennis Alexander and I found his LinkedIn. And basically this guy, he from June 1991 to present, he says that he is the founder and director of Global Media Network USA Inc. And then he also says that from 1999 until present, he is the CEO of EGPI Firecreek Inc. So what I can see is that the CEO, unless they change the CEO, this guy has been in the oil and gas energy sector for his entire career. So that's all he knows. So I imagine that they're going to be staying within the energy sector, but I could be wrong. Right now, they're at 0.0015. I mentioned before, be patient, set your target, whatever it is, and wait for it to bite. So I am also setting this up because I just found this company out. I'll be setting up an entry point because I'm very curious to know what they're going to be doing. So I think that's the reason why most people are buying it, because they're curious to know what acquisitions are they going to get. And so if they acquire the right company, if they're going to require renewable energy, this thing is going to start to shoot up. But right now it's too expensive. I'm going to be waiting. So I promise you that I will be giving you more companies that I find that I think are promising, and as well as researching companies that you suggested. Stay tuned for more. Thank you again for all of your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And take care.